तौ संतोषयता सन्तौ श्रीलरूप सनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेकं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितम् पर्यालोच्याथ पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जेवकः. हरे कृष्ण. Okay, we were discussing in the last class. So all the Shastras are concluding in Vasudeva. So because Vedas are concluding in Vasudeva, or otherwise the conclusion of all the Vedas is Vasudeva. So then after that, so 22nd Anusheda we have to see. In the 22nd Anusheda, तदेवं द्वाविंशत्या तद् भजनस्यैव अभिधेयत्वं दर्शयित्वा पूर्वोक्तं सर्वशास्त्रसमन्वयम् एव स्थापयति. So now in this Anuscheda, what we are going to see. So tad bhajanasyeva abhidheyatvam, that is already is discussed. Darshayitva purvoktam sarvashastra samanvayam eva stapayati. So sarvashastra samanvayam. So all the shastras are concluding in Vasudeva. So that is established here also. So in this way, after discussing worship of the Supreme Lord as Abhideya, Sutta establishes that what was spoken previously is the synthesis of all the scriptures. Purvoktvam sarvashastra samanvayam eva stapayati. Purvoktvam means previously whatever he said, what was spoken previously, is the synthesis of all the scriptures. That is the Sarvashastra Samanvayam. So here, what he was speaking in the previously just Vasudeva is the conclusion of all the Shastras. That is the thing we have seen. Vasudeva is the conclusion of all the Shastras. So if you accept Vasudeva is the conclusion of all the Shastras, there is a need of fulfilling one more criteria. What is that? Whoever is the conclusion of all the Shastras, he should be cause of everything. Yes or no? Whatever is seen, whatever is we are experiencing, that everything should be done by him only. See, the point is what? Conclusion of all the Shastras should be cause for everything. He should be the creator, and he should be the maintainer, and he should be the So destroyer, and he should be the doing everything. Otherwise, if intermediate person, if you take as the conclusion of Shastra, that is not right. Whoever is the cause for everything, total creation, he should be the Sarva Shastra Samanvaya. He should be the conclusion of all the Shastras. Till now, what you said? You said that Vasudeva is the conclusion of all the Shastras. What? Vasudeva is everything. Vasudeva is the creator. Vasudeva is the maintainer. Why you are saying Vasudeva is the creator of everything? Why you are saying Vasudeva is the conclusion of all the Shastras? So like this, one may put a question actually. So that's why now we have to establish that Vasudeva is only the creator, and he only entering into everything, and he is only maintaining this kind of things, he is only doing. So then okay, we accept. Then we accept that he is the conclusion of all the Shastras. Otherwise, why we have to accept? This is necessary actually. So that's why it is said, सैवेदं ससर्जाग्रे भगवान् आत्ममायया सदसद्रूपया चासौ गुणमय्या गुणो विभुः. The all-pervasive Supreme Lord Vasudeva alone, who is beyond modes, previously created this material world by his own potency, composed of gunas and endowed with cause and effect. If Vasudeva is not the creator of everything, then how can you say he is the conclusion of all the Shastras? You cannot say. Yes or no? This point you are all accepting or not? Yes, Ashray Gaurang Prabhu.
Here one question is coming up that Vasudeva is called to be Bhagavan Atma Maya. He created this world. Does that mean Vasudeva again coming in with Maya category? From this loka appears like that. Is with Maya?
Bhagavan Atma Maya, that means by his own potencies.
And he created Sasar Jagre.
Sasarja Agre. So Agre means before this, before the creation.
If he is a creator, that means he is also with Maya. That that question is coming.
Yes. He is only having Maya, na? Maya means Shakti, is Shakti only.
So Vasudeva means here Karmadaksha Vishnu, that means.
No. Ultimately, even those Karanano Savishnu is also coming from. So Sankarshan and Sankarshan is coming from. Narayana is coming from Mahasankarshan. Like that, if you see everything, ultimately Vasudeva only, na? So that sense it is said. So because sometimes you will take alternatively. It's not that every time here, yeah. Ultimately, if you see in the first and the third chapter also, Jagruhe Paurusham Rupam, so Bhagavan Mahadadibihi. So, Jagruhe Paurusham Rupam Loka Sisrukshayana. Like that sloka.
Ado Loka Sisrukshayana. Jagruhe Paurusham Bhagavan Mahadadibihi. Sambhutam Sodasakalam Ado Loka Sisrukshayana.
So that means he is only taking, Bhagavan is only taking the form of Purusha. He is only accepting the Purusha avatara. Bhagavan means who is that? That is the Krishna, Vasudeva. Jagrihe Paurusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahadadivi. Sambhutam Shodashakalamado Loka Sisrukshaya. So Bhagavan is accepting the Mahat and Adi. That means Bhagavan is accepting Purusha Rupam, which is with the all the Mahat and so on. So Paurusham Rupam is along with the Mahat and Adi. So that's why here Vasudeva is the cause. In that sense, it is said. सएवेदम ससर्जाग्रे भगवान आत्ममाय सदसद रूपया च असौ गुणमया गुणो विभु. So if we see the mula, uh,
Mhm.
Tika is saying, Nanu jagat sarga pravesha nemanadi leela yukte vastuni sarvasastra samanvayo drishyate katam vasudeva paratvam sarvasya. This is a question actually. Puru Pakshi is putting a point. Before to this Vasudeva Paraveda, how is said? So after this, why Vasudeva is the conclusion of all the Vedas? So conclusion of all the Vedas should be that person who is the creator of this universe and who is entering into that and maintaining that. That's why we have to reply this, we need this sloka. To reply that answer, so yes, Vasudeva only is doing that. So that's why Tata Saeva iti. So Chaturbhihi ityesha. In this sloka, Saha is that only. That means that Vasudeva, Saha Bhagavan. In the Saha means whatever is said in the previous sloka. In the previous sloka, who is mentioned? So Vasudeva. And that Vasudeva only Sasarja and created Atmamaya by his own potency. Sadasad Rupaya. Yeah. Sasarja means created. By his own potency, he created. Idam Sasarja. Idam means this creation, this material creation. Okay. Idam Mahadadi Virinchi Paryantam. Idam means what you should take from Mahat till the Virinchi. So he created. So 23 elements, and after that Brahmandas, then after that Virinchi, all are created by him. Then after that Brahmaji creates. So evam praveshadikyapi uttaraslokeshu drashtavya. So now he is creating and also he is entering into that and also he is meant niyamanadi. That means he is controlling. All these he is only doing. So that you can see in the next slokas. Taya vilasateshveshu guneshu gunavaniva antah pravishta abhati vignanena vijrumbitaha. So that means after this sloka, anyway, it is not there in this Bhakti Sandarbha. You'll be seeing in the next sloka is he's entering antah pravishta. He's entering into that creation, and he's after that. So यथा ह्यविहितो वह्निर्दारुष्वेकस्वयोनिषु नानैव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु तथा पुमान् असौ गुणमयैर्भावैर्भूतसूक्ष्मेन्द्रियात्मभिः स्वनिर्मितेषु निर्विष्टो भुङ्क्ते भूतेषु तद्गुणान्. So all these slokas are he is controlling all the jivas. Like this we will be seeing in the coming slokas. Anyway, that is not our discussion. So here finally what Sutta Goswami did till now from 6 to till 20, 30, till what we have 30th sloka we have seen. So if you cleanly observe from 6 to 22, he established bhakti is the process, so should be taken up, and after that by the any one who wants well ultimate good, so he has to do the bhakti. So bhakti process is established by not doing any special endeavor for the karma, gnana, and vairagya. One should endeavor for bhakti only. So that is said. And next, after that, he also rejected the worshipping of Brahma and Shiva by two slokas. And then after that, he rejected worshipping of other demigods, so other forms of that. And then finally, he said Vasudeva is the conclusion of all the Vedas, Vasudeva Paravedaha. Then after that, he said that Vasudeva, why you are considering? Then he said that Vasudeva is only the creator, maintainer, and everything he is only doing. So that's why you should accept him as the conclusion of all the Vedas. So that's why he said this today's this sloka. So from this we are understanding we should do bhakti to Krishna. This is the process recommended by the Sutta Goswami. Okay, next Anuched. Tadevam tad bhajana 20 okay 23 na 23 anusheda. Sri Bhagavatavirbhavakareణ Sri Narada Vyasa Samvadepi. Even in the conversation between Narada and the Vyasadeva, we are seeing bhakti is the abhideya. Bhakti is the process recommended by the Narada. So to the Vyasadeva. So he is saying, he is asking to elaborately explain about the bhakti. That is the cause for your despondency. So you didn't do that. Bhakti, you didn't exclusively, you didn't define. So you defined bhakti, you mentioned bhakti in the Mahabharata, but that is not the way it should be mentioned. So it has to be mentioned very frequently, and also that should be the pradhana, that is the main. But you made this bhakti as a servant to the karma. So many places you discussed bhakti as a just servant of the karma, and this kind of things you did. So which is not at all good. Of course, in the Padma Purana and so and other places he said about bhakti, but not as many number of times as it should be done. It is not said like that. So by rejecting karma or dharma, he should establish bhakti. That is not done actually. So now that's why he asked to establish bhakti in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's why is dharma projita kaitavotra. By taking vow, Srila Vyasdev started compiling this book. I will not today, this time, I will not keep any kaitava dharma in this book. Like that. So he started this. There, while chastising Vasudev, so Srila Narada is speaking these following slokas. नैष्कर्म्यमप्यच्युत भाववर्जितं न शोभते ज्ञानमलं निरञ्जनं कुतः पुनः शश्वतभद्रमीश्वरे न चार्पितं कर्म यदप्यकारणम्. So what is the meaning of this? Sarveshwar Shyamsundar Prabhu. That's why I asked you.
Even Brahmagnana, which destroys upadhis, subtle and gross bodies, is not sufficient for Brahman realization if it is devoid of bhakti to the Supreme Lord. What then to speak of Sakama Karma, which causes suffering both during practice and in result, and Nishkama Karma when not offered to the Lord?
See, Brahmagnana without bhakti is not useful actually. And similarly, Sakama Karma, anyway, it is always cause for suffering. And Nishkama Karma Yoga also, if you don't offer to the Lord, that is also not going to do its work. This is the thing. In this sloka, what is the Kriya? Mainly what you should take out. So main Kriya word is Shobhate. So na Shobhate. So that means it is not going to work. Shobhate means it will not going to work, or otherwise you can take it is not beautiful. Beautiful means it is not going to work. What is not going to work? Kim na shobhate. What is the karta for the shobhate? Gnanam na shobhate. Gnanam na shobhate. When gnanam is not good. Not good. Shobhate. Na shobhate means not good. You can take like that also. Is not good. Gnanam is not good. Why? What kind of gnanam is not good? Achyuta bhava varjitam gnanam na shobhate. Achyuta bhava varjitam gnanam na shobhate. And what else? No. So achyuta bhava varjitam gnanam na shobhate. Alam niranjanam. Alam niranjanam means Of course, it can be a that kind of gnana which removes the upadhi. Even that gnanam also is useless, is not good, without achyuta bhava varjitam. Gnanam, what kind of gnanam? Niranjanam gnanam, which is going to destroy the upadhi, that kind of gnanam. And also naishkarmyam, that means that gnanam is cause for the getting the nishkarma, that means brahman. So that gnanam which brings the brahman, that gnanam is nasobhate, that means is not good. When achyuta bhava varjitam, if it is, yeah, without the achyuta bhava, yes. Next, kutah punah shashvadabhadrameshware. What to speak? Kutah punah shashvadabhadrameshware. Shashvad abhadrameshware. Kutah punah nacharpitam karma yadapi akaranam. Kutah punah shashvad abhadram. Here is abhadram. What is that abhadram? Karma. So karma is always shashvad abhadram. Karma is always inauspicious. So even the karma which is not offered to the, which is not done for the any fruitive activities, fruitive results, that means akaranam api, even the karma which is meant for not, which is not meant for results, fruitive results, that is also useless if it is not offered to the Lord. This is the point. So you should try to understand before going to fetch the important points from that. You should know clearly the sloka, what it is saying. The sloka understanding should be clear. Then you can bring out. Then you can bring out the main conclusion. What we want to do, what Narada is recommending to the Vyasadeva, that is our target. What process he is recommending? What thing he is recommending for him? That is the main thing. We have to find out, investigate in this sloka. From the Sutta Goswami's teachings, we clearly understood. Now, in this also we should try to understand. So here in the Tika, you see what is said: Nishkarma Brahma tadekakaratvat nishkarmata rupam naishkarmyam. First of all, you should know the word naishkarmyam. What is the meaning of naishkarmyam? Naishkarmyam means what? In Sanskrit, it is given that nishkarma means Brahma and tadekakaratvat. That means nishkarmata rupam naishkarmyam. The one which is having the similar shape of the nishkarma, that is naishkarmyam. Similar form or shape. In what I, so naishkarmyam is the form of nishkarmata, because it is the same as Brahman. Nishkarmata is equal to the quality of that nishkarma. I will show on the board. You may not get this from the English. Nishkarma is what? Of course. Tika means Sridhar Swami. No one is claim themselves as Tika. Nishkarma is Brahman. Brahman. And the one which is having the ekakarata. Akara means shape. Eka means same. The one which is having the same shape with the nishkarma, that is naishkarmyam. Naishkarmyam. Okay. Why Nishkarma is Brahma? Because in the stage of the Brahman realization, there is no activity. Of course, if you get the Brahman realization, you will not be having any action. Jivatma is having the kartrutvam. Jivatma is having the gnatritvam, and Jivatma is having the bhoktrutvam. These qualities are there, but that quality is suppressed actually by this kind of liberation actually. So that's why Jivatma is, that means whoever is getting in the state of Brahman, there is no action. That's why Brahman is known as Nishkarma. So the one which is having the equal form, that is known as Naishkarmyam, that is equal to what? Gnanam. That means this is nothing but Brahma Gnanam. Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, kindly repeat it once again, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
In the state of Brahman, there is no action.
In the state of Brahman, there is no action. So that's why Brahman is also known as Nishkarma. Nishkarma is Brahman is known as Nishkarma. Okay?
Yes.
And the one which is having this similar form, shape, with the Nishkarma is known as Naishkarmyam. The one who is having the same form, that is Naishkarmyam. Like Kunti, this is a Sadyata Vibhakti we are using. Kunti is there, and from the Kunti, what is coming? Kaunteya. With what meaning? This Pratyaya came, Yak Pratyaya, so with the meaning of child, that means son. The son of Kunti is known as Kaunteya. Like that, the thing which is having the similar form of Nishkarma is known as Naishkarmyam. That is Brahma Gnanam. That is Gnanam. That is here you should take Brahma Gnanam. So Nishkarma Brahma tadekakaratvat Nishkarmata Rupam Naishkarmyam. That means in the Nishkarma, what quality is there? In the Nishkarma, what quality is there? Nishkarmata is there. Like Manushya. Manushyaha. In this, what quality is there? Manushyatvam or the Manushyata is the quality. So in the Nishkarma, what quality is there? Nishkarmata. So that means this the one who is having this similar form of Nishkarma, the one is having similar form of Nishkarma means it is also having the Nishkarmata. That is this. What is the Naishkarmyam I am saying? The one which is having the similar form of the Nishkarma. And Nishkarma is having the what? Nishkarmata. That means Naishkarmyam is also having the Nishkarmata. What is that? That is Gnanam. Nahi? No? Yes. Quality, that's all. I said na Nishkarma, and quality of that is Nishkarmata. It's not that everything will change different meanings. Huh? Param Karuna Prabhu, boliye, tell.
Yes, Prabhu. So that's understandable that Nishkam or Naishkarmiya Karma Yoga leads to Jnana. But as per the Bhagavad Gita point of view, when you're comparing Nishkarma or Naishkarmiya to be Brahman, but Bhagavad Gita definition of Nishkarm is working for Krishna.
Prabhu,
So how can you listen?
nishkama is different and nishkarma is different. Understanding? Nishkama. We are not speaking about the nishkama. We are speaking about nishkarma.
Okay.
The
Thank you.
next, yeah. So Naishkarmyam is what? The one which is having the Nishkarmata. That is nothing but the Gnanam. That is Brahma Gnanam. Okay. Come to the next. Okay, later. Ajyate anena iti anjanam upadihi tannivartakam niranjanam. That means this is the one quality. Naishkarmyam is the one quality of the Gnanam. That means that Gnanam is there, are there in your sloka? Gnanam is there. So that is Naishkarmyam. And second, that is also Niranjanam. Niranjanam. What is the meaning of Niranjanam? Niranjanam means, Anjanam means first you should understand. Ajyate anena. Iti Anjanam, that is Upadi. Anjanam means Upadi. Anjanam means Upadi. Upadi means what? What is the meaning of Upadi? Upadi, I didn't explain. Okay. If you take a crystal, and if you keep a red cloth here, some red cloth, and this crystal, which is transparent, now it looks like a red crystal. So the redness is there in this crystal. This redness is not the inherent quality of this crystal, but it is given by the Upadi. So that means Upadi always out from the swarupa of that object, but it gives its own qualities to that apparently, not the inherently. So that is known as Upadi. So Upadi definition is this. Anjanam means Upadi. So if you come to the our case, soul is the and this is body. For the soul, body is Upadi. Body is Upadi. Okay. Upahitam. Soul is known as Upahitam. Upahitam is the soul and Upadi is the body. And Niranjanam means the one which removes the Upadi. Anjanam means Upadi. Niranjanam means the one which removes the Upadi. The one which removes Upadi is the Niranjanam. So what is that? That is also Gnanam. What is said in the sloka? What else? Evam bhutamapi gnanam uchyate bhavaha bhaktihi. In this sloka, achyuta bhava varjitam. Achyuta bhavaha means what you should take? Bhaktihi you should take. Bhaktihi tad varjitam chet. That means finally what? This kind of gnanam, which is Naishkarmyam and which is Niranjanam, that is, if that is without bhakti. Bhava means you should take bhakti. Bhakti in Krishna. Achyuta means Krishna. That is without bhakti, then what? Na sobhate. Then na sobhate. Enough, that is. No need of that. Na sobhate. That's not good. So that means what? Without bhakti, gnanam, whatever you have Brahma gnanam. Here gnanam is Brahma gnanam, which removes the upadhi, is useless. Alam means useless. No काम, काम का नहीं है वो. No, that meaning malam is have many meanings. Enough, that is enough, and we don't want that. So next, samyak, that means nasobate means what? Simply you should understand. So it is not useful means samyak aparokshaya na kalpate. Samyak aparokshaya na kalpate means that gnanam without that Krishna bhakti is not, this is that is not proper to perceive Brahman. Perceive means direct realization. That is not proper to realize Brahman. So next, tada shashvat sadhana kale. We are seeing about this. So that means gnana is rejected. Without bhakti is useless. No use actually. And next, what is said? Tada shashvat sadhana kale falakale cha abhadram dukkha rupam yat kamya karma yadapi akaranam akamyam tacha iti chakarasya anvayah. See, shashvat, you should take the word shashvat now. Shashvat means sadhana kala and sadhya kala. In the both periods of the time, karma, shashvat means in sadhya kala and sadhana kala. Sadhana kala and sadhya. While practicing and after, in the result, in the form of result. Karma in the form of result, karma while practicing. Both are inauspicious. So here karma means what you should take? Kamya karma. Karma, that is the kamya karma. That is shashvat abhadram. Abhadram means it is dukkha rupam. It is miserable actually. Karma, that is kamya karma, in sadhana and sadhya kala is abhadram, is dukkha rupam. Yadapi akaranam. Okay, now we are going to see yadapi akaranam. That means karma without expectation of result. Akaranam. Akaranam means no desire of getting result. That means this is nishkama. That means this karma is known as now, this is nishkama. That means it is a nishkama. Okay. This karma which is nishkama, this is also is yadapi akaranam, that is also not good. When it is not good, if it is not offered to Lord. So what is the meaning? This, that means nishkama karma is also is not useful if it is not offered to the Lord. Means nishkama karma yoga, nishkama karma you are doing, that nishkama karma but is not offered means here it is still bahirmukhatvam is there. Bahirmukhatvam means it is also, it is not sanmukha. This activity is not sanmukha. That means you are not turning towards the Supreme Lord. That means Supreme Paratattvam is there. Paratattvam. So Jivatma, whoever is doing the Nishkama Karma, so is he connected to the Paratattvam? No. Because he is, because Nishkama Karma without offering results to the Lord, so can it be, so is there any connection with the Paratattvam in that case? There is no connection. That's why Bahirmukhatvam is there. It is outside to the Paratattvam only. Okay. But if you offer this Nishkama, results of this Nishkama Karma to the Lord, then Sanmukhata is there. Then it is connecting to the Paratattvam. So that's why, so Nishkama Karma, which is not offered to the Lord, so it is not useful, means it is not able to clean the heart. That means it is not able to clean the heart. Gnana also is not able to give the Brahman. It is not able to get useful for getting the direct perception of Brahman, direct experience of Brahman. And similarly, Nishkama Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma also, if it is not offered to the Lord, it is not going to give any kind of result. That means it is not going to clean the heart. And what to speak Kamya Karma is anyway, it is always Dukkha Rupam, Shashvat, always is Dukkha Rupam. So the Tadevam Gnanasya Bhakti Sansargam Vina Karmanasya Tad Upapadakatvam Vina Verdham Vyaktam. Then from this, what you understood? From these two things, what you understood? Finally, Gnana without Bhakti is not able to give its result. And similarly, Karma, Tad Upapadakatvam, if it is not engaged in the service of the Lord, both are Vyartham, useless. Okay? Punit Prabhu, you are not writing? Vyartham Vyaktam. Kincha, moreover, Jugupsitam dharma krutenu shasataha swabhavaraktasya mahan vatikramaha ityadikam uktva aha. So after this, if you see Naishkarmim apyachata bhavarjitam, it is the sloka number of what? 12th sloka of the 5th chapter. Then after that, Jugupsitam dharma krutenu shasataha swabhavaraktasya mahan vatikramaha. What is the meaning of this? This is saying, so instructing fruitive activities which are abominable as dharma to the people who are naturally inclined for them is a great injustice. What Vasudev did? Vasudev instructed karma as the dharma. Dharma to the people. So, instructing fruitive activities which are abominable as dharma to the people. That means these fruitive activities, he instructed fruitive activities as dharma to the people who are already naturally inclined to do that kind of karma. Fruitive activities, everyone is inclined. Everyone wants fruits. So, they are naturally inclined, and for them he is instructing the fruitive activity as the dharma. This is Jugupsitam. This is a great injustice. If someone is deceased and you are asking them to eat which should not be eaten, already he got some disease due to eating something, he got disease, and you are asking them to eat more that only, then you will get more disease. That will increase. Like this he did. It's a great injustice. It's not good. Jugupsitam. So after saying this, Mahan Vetikramaha Ityadikam Uktva Aha. After that, what he said? Tyaktva swadharmam charanambujam hare bhajan apakvo tapate tato yadi yatra kvava bhadrama ko varta apto bhajatam swadharmataha. He's saying, Shrilanarada, having given up his swadharma and worshipping Lord Hari's lotus feet, if a person happens to deviate before maturation of bhakti, is there any misfortune for them, for him? No. What benefit do people get actually who don't worship the Lord? Okay, gain it came. So what benefit do people who don't worship the Lord gain from swadharma? So what it mean? Someone take up the bhakti and he left the swadharma. Is there any loss if he is not able to become successful in completing that bhakti? Also he left swadharma and also he take up bhakti, not able to complete that. Is there any loss for him? No loss. And also what is said on the top of, if someone is following strictly his swadharma and not doing any bhakti, so is there any gain from that following swadharma? No gain. Both are useless. So swadharma, if you don't do for the haritoshanam, that will not bring the Vasudeva Katharuchi. We read dharma will bring the Vasudeva Katharuchi. When? What is the condition? What is the condition? Ata pumbir dvijishreshta varnasha vivagasha swanishtasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. If it should be done for the Hari's satisfaction. But if you are not doing for that, simply doing the swadharma, no use. Same point here. So you observe all other great devotees, the great saints who are the speakers of the Srimad Bhagavatam, who are the speakers in the Srimad Bhagavatam, all having the same point. Sota Goswami, you observed clearly. And now Narada is also saying the same thing. Yes?
I wanted to know because how this is theme is going on. So just clarify it, because we take second chapter, first canto, second chapter, then now started fifth chapter.
Like that, we'll see total Bhagavatam.
So like that, total Bhagavatam,
We'll
like
see.
that, where is the bhakti is there, that topic.
Yes.
And all things, aim will be conclusion, bhakti is the conclusion.
Yeah, like
to
this.
prove this, like the connection is there.
Yes.
Okay.
It will go on like that. Jai Gopinath Prabhu, yes.
I think wrongly raised the hand.
Okay, no problem.
Other thing.
I had one question.
Huh?
So, the person who is having a jnana, Niranjan Jnanam, but you said he will not be able to have a perception or direct perception of Brahman.
Direct experience, not
Direct
perception, experience.
But we see that the person who is following this Jnana Marga, they go to the Brahman.
No, we didn't see. I didn't see.
But generally.
Where? I didn't see. You did see? I don't know then.
Oh, generally the Jnanis, they go Brahmacharya?
No.
So who goes to Brahmacharya?
So some bhakti is needed. Tincha of the bhakti is needed for the
For that also.
For that also. Without bhakti, no sadhana give the result. We are going to see the glories of the bhakti again and again. Okay, now come to this. So now finally what Narada is saying. So Tika, if you see, then we'll understand more. So Tika cha idanim tu नित्य नैमित्तिक स्वधर्म निष्ठाम अपि अनादृत्य केवलं हरिभक्तिरेव उपदेष्टव्या इत्याशयेन त्यक्त्वा इति. What is the intention behind Narada to say this sloka, this sentence, this sloka? The intention of Narada is, so Vasudev, what you did, you prescribed fruitive activities as the dharma. So for the already who are having interest in fruitive activities, and now which is cause for the bondage, and now you write such a way, leave everything, all the dharmas, and they should do bhakti. Like that you should write. Completely reverse. So no need of following any dharma, no varna and no ashram dharma. Leave it. If someone take up this bhakti, sakshat bhakti, that's enough. Even if you do for the 10 days, that is also benefit for him. So this is the point he said. Idanim tu nitya naimittika swadharma nishtham. That means your nishtha, your determination of following the swadharma. So anadritya, you disregard that. Anadritya kevalam hari bhakti. Kevala bhakti means here kevala bhakti, ananya bhakti, nishkinchana bhakti, suddha bhakti, all are one only. That is that bhakti is swarupa siddha bhakti. So without having any desires, doing the swarupa siddha bhakti. Swarupa siddha nirguna bhakti. Otherwise you can say one more word is nirguna bhakti, kevala bhakti, ananya bhakti, nishkinchana bhakti, all are suddha bhakti, all are same. That is what it means. So doing the swarupa siddha bhakti without any desires, nirguna swarupa siddha bhakti. What it means? So swarupa siddha bhakti means shravanam, kirtanam, vishnu smaranam, pada sevanam, archanam, damodha bhakti. Doing that without any desires, that is known as swarupa siddha bhakti. Exclusively doing that only. So that is the highest thing. If anyone is able to take up that, so yes, that is, you should recommend Narada, you should recommend Vasudev, that one. Nanu swadharma tyagena bhajan bhakti paripakena yadi krutartho bhave tada na kachit chinta यदि पुनर अपक्व एवा म्रियते ततः ब्रशेद्वा तदा तु स्वधर्म त्याग निमित्तो अनर्थः स्यात् इत्याशंक्य आहा. So Purva Pakshi is bringing a point. So like that we should do. Nanu swadharma tyagena bhajan. If someone is leaving his nitya naimittika dharma, varna ashrama dharma, total he is leaving, and he started worshipping the Lord. So while worshipping, so that bhakti is not matured. That means prema stage he didn't reach. So yadi bhakti paripakena yadi krutartha bhave, so tada na kachit chinta. If he is able to reach the prema stage, no problem then. Then he got the Lord's love. Then he reached the final goal. There is no chinta in that. In that case, there is no chinta. But yadi punar apakva eva mriyate, that means his bhakti is not matured. Then what? Then what will happen? Here you can make a flow diagram like this. So leaving the swadharma, he left swadharma. Okay. Then after that, left swadharma and take up bhakti. Kevala bhakti, not bhakti simple. Swadharma means nitya naimittika dharma, both. So if this bhakti is matured, bhakti is matured. Yes, then no problem. Yes, no chinta. Then no. No, then you tell me. Bhakti is not matured. Then what kind of result you will get? He left Swadharma and his bhakti is not matured. So because of not following the Swadharma, will he get any sin? That's the point. He left Swadharma and also he is not matured in the bhakti. Then is there any anartha for him? So that's why yadi punar apakva eva mriyate. That means without maturity he dead. He died. Or otherwise he fallen from that stage. Tataha brahmshet. Reasons are death or fall down. Either of these things are the reason. So then what will happen? So no loss. Firvi, then also no loss. Tadatu swadharma parityaga nimitto anartha. Is there any anartha, unwanted thing due to swadharma tyaga? No. So tatah bhajanat patet katham brahmshet mriyate va yadi tadapi bhakti rasikasya karma anadhikarat na anartha shanka. So then what will happen? There is no anartha. What is the reason for that? No anartha. What is the reason? What is the reason? The person who are taking up the Kevala Bhakti and falling from that, in his case, who is having the adhikara? Who is having adhikara on him? Bhakti Maharani is having the adhikara. Bhakti Maharani. Not karma. Not karma. He is beyond the loss of karma now. Because once he take up the Kevala Bhakti, so he is not under the jurisdiction of karma. Because now already in his heart Bhakti Maharani entered. And Bhakti Maharani, in front of Bhakti Maharani, karma cannot rule. So Bhakti Maharani is taking the charge. So that's why there is no loss. Na anartha. Karma anadhikarat. Bhakti rasikasya karma anadhikarat. Na anartha shanka. So angikrityapi va sabdah katakshe. So yatra kwa nichayono api, even if you accept some anartha may happen, but it's not anartha. So example, you may get the, so as one example of anartha is, so what kind of anartha? You got the animal body. You got animal body as the anartha somehow. So what? By getting this animal body, is there any loss for you? Even if you get animal body, there is no loss. There is no loss. Yatra kvava nichayono api Amushya bhakti rasikasya abhadram abhut kim? What? Is there any this inauspicious thing happened to him? What? No. Na abhut. Not happened. Bhakti vasana sadbhavat. Why there is no loss? Because even in the animal body, he is having impressions of bhakti. He is having, yes. And abhajat bistu. Abhajat bistu. Actually, if you see the Sila Jiva Goswami coming, okay, it's coming next or not? Acha. If you see the Srila Jiva Goswami commentary, then he is giving examples also. Example is what? Example is Bharata Maharaj. He left his kingdom, everything, he took up Kevala Bhakti, and after that, without maturity of the Bhakti, he fell down. Then after that, he got the animal body. Even there is no loss for him, because even in that state also, he was remembering the Krishna, and after that, he got opportunity of having Jadabharata and finally reached. No loss. Like these examples are given. So that means if one leave the completely the Swadharma and take up the Kevala Bhakti, no loss. That means this is showing the importance of the bhakti. It doesn't mean that so now you should leave everything and go, but it is showing the importance of the bhakti. That's the main thing we should understand. So the power. So, but still, if you see, in our society, it's not like that. You leave all the ashrama rules and varna rules and you do this. No. That is there. That will regulate our life and that will not allow you to become more and more sinful and are whimsical. So that steadily you can do the sakshat bhakti, that means shravanam kirtanam, and also you will follow up your dharma. So it will gradually also and also directly. You are taking both kinds of medicines and you can easily progress actually. But this sloka is showing the independence. It's not that bhakti is dependent on anyone. Bhakti is not dependent on anything. That is shown here. So then what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying on this? Anyone remember at that time? What commentary is there on this? You all wrote exam. Exam is over. That is also over. Puneet Prabhu? No. You all write the dialogues and got 90 marks. 90 marks. I don't know. Who will take up this? Very good. So, Vasudev got doubt. When Narada said this point, Vasudev got doubt. Are? According to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, I am saying. How? This is your doing too much actually. Nobody will take up this. So, nobody will take up this. It's very difficult. So, because everyone is naturally interested in fruitive activities, in that case, who will take up this? So, you are saying too much extremeness. So, then what he said? Next sloka is coming. Tasyaiva heto prayate ta kovidaha na labhyate yad brahmatam uparyadaha. So that means some intelligent people, kovidaha, that means some intelligent people will take up this. Always in the society, there are intelligent people. They will take up And by seeing them, everyone also try to follow. They will also try to follow. That's why we want few people like this in the society. Like you see our Shat Goswamis, they are beyond the all the Varna and Ashrama rules. And they showed the importance of the bhakti. They left everything. Babaji means what? He is beyond the all ashrama and varna rules. He is not under sannyas ashrama or not vanaprastha or nothing. No rules. No brahmachari, no grihastha, no brahmana, no kshatriya, no vaishya. So beyond this. So few intelligent people will take up this, and by seeing that, everyone others will get inspiration. Whole society will not take up this. It's not possible also. Because they have attachment for the material activities, fruitive activities. So one more point is there. What is that? Abhajatam iti, sorry, abhajat bistu kevalam swadharmataha ko vardha aptah praptah. Ko vardapto abhajatam. If someone is following only swadharma and not doing any bhakti, so this kind of swadharma gives what? Nothing. That kind of swadharma will not give anything. Yeah. That Prabhu? Yeah. What Prabhu? What is his name? What?
My name is Shashank Prabhuji.
Shashank Prabhu, boliye. Tell me Prabhu.
Dandavad Pranam Prabhuji.
Pranam.
I was just thinking about the point you mentioned, how bhakti, but like if a person devoid of all the karma, if still he practices bhakti alone, he'll get the result. I mean, it's a, yeah, sorry Prabhuji, I just, my actual question was, it is a great injustice you mentioned before, that when you advise to some people who are already having the inclination to perform karma, and you advise them as the dharma,
Yes.
these people will, it's a great injustice on our part, like on the part of the Vyasdev. But Krishna is also saying in the Bhagavad Gita that those people will be purified. So I'm understanding in this light that because I've just finished only Bhagavad Gita, not Bhagavatam, I've not studied completely. In this light, I have understood that it is injustice not because it doesn't work, but just that it is injustice because it's not the highest process. I mean, it's not like a very fast process. You will have benefit, but or why is it injustice? Can you elaborate, Prabhu?
Yeah, injustice because if anyone is having inclination of for the fruitive activities and suggesting for them to do fruitive activities, and fruitive activities are the not Bhagavad Sanmukha. That means they are not going to connect you to the directly. They are not going to connect you to the supreme truth, Paratattvam. So that's why if you do fruitive activity, you will go to the Swarga and you will get the pleasure there. And then Punya is finished, and once again you will come back. And once again you will do the same fruitive activities with more interest, and you will go there and enjoy temporary results and come back, going and come back. So that means it is ultimately is not going to give anything. So wherever you are there only you are still. You are in an earth planet to do karma, you will be on the Prithvi. So did the karma, went to the Swarga, coming, going, coming. Ultimately you are here only. Na? So no benefit actually. What is of use of that? That's the point actually.
But my question is this, Prabhuji, that for large masses, if you have to think of personal application, it is very nice, wonderful point that we have to look for Kevala Bhakti. But when we think of preaching application, like to instruct to some people about, then let's say they are totally materialistic and we don't know they will take to Kevala Bhakti. Can't we tell them to perform some good good purificatory process as mentioned in the karma kunda, at least, so that
In that case, you have to, Krishna himself is doing that also. He is suggesting in the 12th chapter. If you are not able to do the Kevala Bhakti for me, you offer these results for me. You do karma for me. or otherwise whatever karma you did, that you offer to me, the results of that to me. So that he is connected, he will be connected. But without offering, so those results, and if you enjoy yourself and millions of years also you are here, you're doing that, that will not going to give anything actually. So
Yes, Prabhu.
yeah. Okay, Jai Gopinath Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. My question is pertaining to ourselves. We are performing sadhana bhakti.
Mhm.
When that is considered as kevala bhakti, it is also a part of kevala bhakti, or it is the second level in the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says.
Yes, Prabhu, this will be elaborately we'll discuss when we discuss Aropa Siddha Bhakti, Sangha Siddha Bhakti, and Kevala Bhakti, Swarupa Siddha.
Okay.
In that
Okay.
section, it is coming, Prabhu. So many conditions are there. So when you hear once everything that chart completely, then you can get very clearly understanding. It's
Which anucheda, Prabhu, that one?
Anuched, I can send the number. I don't know now immediately number. I don't know.
No,
Okay,
within this part one, or it will be in the part two? I just because of that only asked.
it is in the part two, Prabhu. In the part two. Okay, I will send that number. Anushya number. You can read also. Okay, next.
Okay, Prabhu.
Mahaseva Prabhu. Yes.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
One question, I have three questions, Prabhuji. One question is from previous class. All three are simple, Prabhuji. It will not take much time.
Okay.
So one is from previous class. So because I was revising, Prabhuji, so there I got this doubt. Like you mentioned that Sravanam, Mananam, and Nikityasanam is part of Jnana actually.
Jnana. No. Before coming to the Shraddha, Shravanam, Mananam is there. So what is that? Tasraddha Dhana Munayaha. That is the Tasraddha Dhana Munay. Satagruhitaya. The word is there. That is indicating Shravanam. And Munayaha is indicating the Mananam. These two are the before Shraddha. By properly passing through these two stages, what one will get? Shraddha. Then after that Shraddha, he will take up the Shravanam. This Shravanam is different. This is Shravanam of Shraddha. He got Shraddha in Lord. Then after that, he will be taking up the Shravanam, Kirtanam, so and so.
So what is the difference between these two Shravanam, Prabhuji?
This is before Shraddha. He is here. What is he doing here? Shravanam means he is reading all the scriptures.
Okay.
Reading meanings of all the scriptures to find what is the conclusion of those scriptures. And if we come to know, fortunately, that bhakti should be done. So as the conclusion of all these scriptures, then after that he will do the mananam, and then finally he'll get the shraddha.
Yeah, done. Prabhuji, second is like on the sakam karma, like offer result. This example we give. So one example is very clear, Prabhuji, that if somebody is earning wealth, so he can give offering of wealth, like donation, etc.
Yes.
Can some other example we also, like, can you give, Prabhuji? We're not able to understand how we offer all our wealth.
Offer results means now you are the farmer and you are producing the grains and you are offering that to the Lord. And my dear Lord, you take up this. And so that way. So you are working for the Krishna's pleasure. So then that will lead to the Katha Ruchi. Then after that you will do the Shravanam Kirtanam. But why you have to wait for that much time? You also do that. You also do the Shravanam Kirtanam. Start.
So working for Krishna's pleasure is offering fruits.
Yes.
And the third one is like in Neha Vikram Naso Asti, Prabhupada has written that Swalpamapi Asya Dharmasya Traite Matuvya. That if somebody will do little bit of bhakti, they will not fall in the animal kingdom. But whereas this Bharat Maharaj case is there, so how to reconcile? Can we reconcile these two?
So he didn't fall down in any animal kingdom because Antyakale was Yam Yam Vapi Smaran Bhavam Tijityanti Kaleva. To satisfy that rule, that is a Bhagavad Gita Nyaya, that is Nyaya. Whatever Bhava you have at the time of the death, so that according to that you should get body. So that should be satisfied. Otherwise Bhagavad Gita will become fail. So to satisfy that, he got the body of the here, that is a deer, but he didn't lose the bhakti actually. He was still remembering the Krishna. So, but he was not at all like a, he didn't behave like animal also. He was just always morose and he wants to leave this body and so go back to the Godhead. Okay, next. Yes, Srishant Prabhu, Srichand Prabhu.
Thank you, Guruji.
Prabhu, one got faith in bhakti. So that question arises, when one got faith in bhakti, one can live that varnashrama dharmas and all those karmas. So one question is, if one did not get faith on bhakti still, so what is his position? For him,
Your voice is not clear, Prabhu. I don't know.
Prabhu, yes, Prabhu. If one got faith on bhakti, then he can leave the varnashrama karmas and all those dharma. But if one did not get faith on bhakti, so Narada is telling Vyasadev that you instruct everyone to follow bhakti. So, but if one is not having faith still on the process of bhakti, then what about that person? He should follow varnashrama dharma, or one should instruct him to follow varnashrama dharma, or what?
If one is not able to do the Kevala Bhakti, that means engaging himself 24 hours in the Shravanam Kirtanam, Vishnu Swaranavadha Bhakti, then he has to accept some activities for the satisfaction of the Krishna. That's the point.
And one more question is, what is the symptom that one has got faith in bhakti, Prabhu?
So symptom of the faith is surrenderance. Symptom of the faith, if you have Shraddha, what is the symptom? Like fever, if you have fever, what is the symptom? Heat, body heat, temperature, body temperature is the symptom. Similarly, for the Shraddha, what is the symptom? Surrenderance, surrendering to the Lord. As much as amount of Shraddha you get, that much you are able to surrender. That's why Sharanapati is the symptom of the Shraddha.
That many people also surrender, no, Prabhu. Many people we see outside, they go and surrender.
Yeah, Shraddha is also various levels. It's a Komal Shraddha, Drudha Shraddha, and also it's a gray scale. It's not the black and white. So based upon that, one will surrender.
Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhu.
Okay. Next, Ram Sharan Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Just like the question that you just mentioned that Jad Bharat, like this King Bharat, he never fell to the animal thing. So how do you understand that like Gajendra, like even though he was animal, he got like he performed bhakti and he went back to Godhead in that life, and in the dear life, he has to go to the Brahmana life to Jad Bharat Maharaj, and then he has to do the bhakti. So how do you understand that?
So actually, Jadabartha, he went after the animal, he went to the Jadabartha. That means life. So that means he was remembering just for the Lord what he will do. So just to increase their intensity of the love, he can extend the lifetimes. Jadabartha was not having any karma. He was having zero karma, but still he took that body. That body is not out of the law of karma. What I said, any devotee who take up Kevala Bhakti, on him karma is not going to work. So from the case of Jadabartha, karma is not giving the body. That means from the deer to he is going to the Brahmana body, Jadabartha body. So that is not due to karma. But that is due to what? Due to the desire of the Lord. That's the Lord's desire. Lord wanted that. Why? He wants to intensify the love of that particular devotee. So that's why he may extend he can postpone the things. Okay.
Oh, okay, bro. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, just a simple question. A few times you mentioned about Bhakti Devi, and we had this discussion, but who Bhakti Devi is? Sometimes it's referred to Tulsi Maharani or Srimati Radharani.
Oh, so Bhakti Devi is a devotion. So,
so I mean, whenever
I cannot show her actually. It's a devotion in the heart. Devotion, that's all. Devotion in the heart. Okay, thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.